Hey guys, welcome back to Dislyte. In today's video, I want to go through the daily routine of the game because when the day resets, it feels like there's a lot of different stuff that you've got to do. And I literally just have a list open in a notepad on my computer that I open up each day on both my accounts and go through and just check off the list really quick at the start, all the things that you have to do once off, and then we can go into making decisions. So I want to talk about like the daily routine of the game, things you have to do, and then the decisions to make once you've done all the required things to stay on top of being efficient in your account. So I'm going to pop up my little notepad here with the list of things that I do. So we're going to go through them one by one. Now, daily quests is very obvious. This is at the top of the list, but you'll complete it as you do the other things. And just once you've done everything else, you just come back and check. Obviously, you're probably going to have to do a little bit of farming in either campaign or the dungeons to finish it off. But daily quests, pretty self-explanatory. So the first thing I'll do after a new day is jump into the club, check the tasks that we have to do, complete all those tasks. They're very basic, and doing these normally helps you out with daily quests as well. So club quests is the first thing that I do, along with doing the help section of the club as well. So that's the first thing I'll run in and do. The next thing is going to be the bounties. Now, these you don't have to do all of them. Just make sure you don't have more than 3 tickets at the end of the day. You do get a free refresh. I think it's every 12 hours. So feel free to use those. You don't have to have them completed. You can see these ones. I don't actually have these completed. I'm just, got them there. I'm pretty happy that the next day I've got, I'll have 4 tickets at the refresh. We're fine. Basically, just make sure you've never got more than 3 tickets at the end of the day. And I just check that off at the start of the day, collect all the ones that I want to do. I do some gem refreshes sometimes, test my luck, but that is completely up to you. But just make sure you get those bounties done. After that, we're going to jump into the expedition. Now, depending on how active you are, you don't have to do all of your expeditions at the start of the day. Expeditions do take 8 hours. So if you can do one and then you can wait for that to finish and then do it again, if you want to wait for heroes to refresh, because obviously we don't have, early on, you don't have all the heroes. Like some require you to have a level 60, level 50s and stuff like that. And if multiple expeditions require the same heroes, like the same heroes that you've got, you can always just deploy one, then wait, and then come back after 8 hours and do it again. But if you're not as active, just deploy them all at once. Don't worry about the bonuses. It's only minor. It's not going to be the end of the world. So after that, we go into the friends. So this is where you just want to do your daily claim all, give all. You can see I still haven't completed mine. We're almost at the end of the day. And then you just go into your friend assist and you can claim that one as well. Keep in mind, you might have to come back to finish this off to receive all the gifts at the end of the day, because not everyone's online straight after the reset, depending on when you do get on. So keep that in mind. The other thing with the friends list, if you are hunting for those ripple dungeons, then clear out. This is what I do when I'm looking for them. You can see here, my friends list only has 3 people online now. So I would be deleting, 45 people from my friends list, going into the chat, asking for people farming ripples, and getting a full new roster of friends so that I can optimize my chances of proccing those ripple dungeons. So just keep that in mind depending on what you're doing, if that is something you're still prioritizing. Then we got the Plaza free pack. So the first time you run out of stamina, I like to go over here to the Plaza free pack and pick this one up. There'll be the free pack in here every day that gives you 60 stamina. Pick that one up the first time you're out of stamina so that it's out of the way. On top of that, with stamina, depending on how you refresh, this is just something else to think about during the day. If you're one of those people that just does the 60 refresh at the start of the day, then the next refresh, I would be using that 60 gem refresh and then holding on to these bad boys. Now, the reason for this is that, we have events that come in the game where it like increases your drop rates. So me personally, I try and hold on to these as much as possible and use gems. Now, I'm a crazy person who refills 10 times a day. I know a lot of people don't do that, but if you're just doing the 160 gem refill, make sure you do that before you do any of these ones, because I like to hold on to these ones for events, because then you're going to get more out of them effectively. Whereas these ones, you can't get more out of them on another day because you only get 10 a day, and that's all you can really do. So keep that in mind. The next one is the DJ contest. Now, this is one that I do sometimes, and I I don't do other times. The rewards aren't ridiculous. It's a bit tedious to do this. If I'm sitting around on the couch and I'm doing nothing and I'm like, you know, auto farming something, I'll bounce out here and I'll do this. Now, more stringent free-to-play players will be right on track with doing this. I think it's once you do 2 of these fully complete through, you will get a reward. Now, this can have stamina, which is really nice. I've seen gems in it and stuff like that. Okay, so after I finished the video, I decided to come back, do this, and just show you guys the rewards. So I just did story mode twice, came here, and now we get this claim button, and then we can claim that. We get a loot box, and as you can see, there we go. We got 30 stamina, 40,000 gold, which isn't too bad, to be honest, and 2 of those bad boys, which contribute to summons. So, like I said, if you've got to spare like 4 minutes, it's actually not bad rewards, to be fair, for 4 minutes worth of effort. But I know, once again, some people hate it. So, you know, if you want to, it's there. Next up is the cube miracle. So obviously the cube miracle is every second day, but every day that I come into it, I just come into the cube miracle and I check it, make sure that it's not on, make sure that I did complete it, especially if you're running multiple accounts. I run 2 accounts. So I want to come in here every time. I'm just going to check it every day, make sure I've done it. I actually failed it on my main account. I'm so sad. I forgot. I didn't pause the game quick enough to exit out on the final stage, and I got wiped. It's very sad for me, very sad. But yeah, Cube Miracle, definitely check that. Now, the next thing I want to jump into is the shop. Now, this refreshes every 6 hours, and as you can see, I've made a very vital mistake that I always tell people not to make, but you know, we're all human. So I've got no gold. I have a rare Abilimon, which is something that I buy from the shop. So always try and keep, I always suggest 200,000 at least gold stockpiled, because the shop refreshes every 6 hours, and if you see a scroll or a rare Abilimon or something like that in there, those are the things I buy, and I want to have enough gold for that. And as you can see, I'm screwed. So in the next 3 hours, I'm going to farm some relics, sell some relics, and hopefully buy that rare Abilimon. But this does refresh every 10 hours. Now, if you're a person who likes a gamble, your first refresh of the day costs you 20 gems, then it goes up to 50 gems to refresh. I think you can refresh the shop up to 10 times. Now, I'm not saying you should, but if you are a gambler and you like to do it, some days I will do the 20 refresh on the shop, because to me, if I get that rare Abilimon or I get a stamina, you know, 20 gems is worth it in my opinion. But normally I'm just wasting 20 gems. But then I think about over 5 days, if one of those days that refresh gets me the stamina, that's just a stamina refresh. So, you know, I don't know the rates, I don't know the logic. I just try and, you know, justify it because I like spinning. I like spinning the wheel on stuff like this. Don't judge me. Then we go to the friendship shop. So make sure you do this every day. The friendship shop is every day. You can get yourself 60 extra stamina. I should have mentioned that in the stamina part. First one being you get the stamina from the login thing. Then if you do the gems, you do the gems, but then also make sure you grab this stamina as well every time, because this would probably be the second priority on stamina to buy after the free daily login one. And then the third thing you do would be the 60 refill if you do that. And then also pick up this bad boy. I don't pick up the rare Starymons in the moment, just in case. I'm just sort of stockpiling in case they add something else here, but I pick these up. They can go in with the guild or the club, and you can donate those as well. Then obviously check all your shops on refreshes and stuff like that. You want to be filling out your shops and buying whatever you buy before their time resets, but that's not really a daily thing. That's more of a just general maintenance type thing. The next one we're going to look at is the arena. Now, sometimes you'll do arena for your guild quests and stuff like that, but just this daily, I go in daily and check this and just start sweeping. So I just normally do this. Depending on how high ranked you get, I'll check out people. I'll just jump in and then I'll just go ahead and clear them, and then I'll keep refreshing. I've said this in other videos. I just like to refresh and always battle the top enemy if I know I can beat them, because it's giving me more experience along this bar, which is getting me up to higher ranks, which is getting me better rewards, and so on and so forth. So definitely jump in and do your arena. Just don't let those tickets cap. You really want to keep getting them, so you want to keep those points up, because obviously the shop is quite valuable. The next thing I want to look at is Sonic Miracle, Ritual Miracle, and Campaign. So once you've done all those other things up until this point, you're pretty much done for the day. The rest of the day is just your general farming that you've got to do. So the thing that I like to think about is, first of all, Sonic Miracle. Now, if you're still early on in the game, campaign's probably going to be your main thing, trying to push campaign. Past that, I don't have it written down because this is what I choose to do, but like, look at the tower. Can you push the tower? Push the tower if you can. Then I look at Sonic Miracle. I look at any characters that I'm building that I might want to farm Sonic Miracle on the day. For instance here, Gabrielle, I really want to get her to max Ascension. So she is one that I will farm tomorrow after the reset because that's when we actually get her. Now, keep in mind that we do get events in the game. If we go not into the events tab, if we go here into notices tab and we go across to event notices, keep an eye out for this. So this one you can see here, we've got upcoming on Sunday, we've got this double loot drop. So keep that in mind. You might want to hold out. For me, I'm impatient. I know this is coming. I will farm other materials on that day because I really want to get her done. I will actually be popping one of these bad boys, and I'll be doing a 1 hour grind for her to try and get her finished in an hour. If I don't get her finished in that hour, then I will wait for the weekend to do that grind. But always check your Sonic Miracle, check what characters you really want to have built. For instance, like I feel like getting her full here is going to help me in my reliability on my Chronos 10 run. I'm on day 5 of this account, and I feel like that will really help me. I'm at about a 50% success rate, and I want to get her stats up because often she is the one dying for me. So between that and upgrading her relics, that's what I'm looking at doing. So just keep in mind with Sonic Miracle, that's what you want to look at. Then you go into Ritual Miracle or Campaign are the two things that you will normally farm after that. Campaign if you're trying to level up heroes, and then Ritual Miracle if you're trying to farm those relics. Make your decision, choose what you're going to farm, and then spam farm it all day. You can obviously chop and change, but with 2 accounts, what I normally do is just make the decision on what I want to farm for that day, and then I just farm it flat out. And then if I have some manual time, I'll go in and I'll do tower and stuff like that. But that pretty much covers the daily routine. Like I said, when the day resets, it actually is quite overwhelming with how much stuff that there is to do. So I just find opening up this list and just cruising through that list on both of my accounts gets me done in about, 20 minutes. I've got everything done, and then I can just, get on the grind. So that is pretty much it. Hope that helps out a bit. I think the big one that a lot of people might miss out on is the DJ contest, but probably because most people don't enjoy it. But hey, some free stuff there. Anyway, thanks for watching, guys. Hope you have an awesome day, and I look forward to seeing the next one. Cheers.